doing, Buttercup? Hi guys, well it's September the 4th today, 2022 for you time travellers. What? Well, take a seat and stop driving me nuts. You do drive me nuts all bloody week, you. What's she like? I'm doing a video, baby, you know I am, so you just come and annoy me now, aren't you, eh? What she does all the time. Anyway, we're going to jump right into this video. Don't you dare knock my phone. And we're going to start off with what we've been doing over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and that's been tidying up the allotments all the way around with the strimmer. So I've got a few clips here to show you what we've been doing, so we're going to go straight into it. This is what we've been doing. This is what's took a lot of my time up. Well, we're back at it today. I'm doing down here just this morning, strimming both sides in the path. Got my strimmer here. Just had some more wood chip dropped off. I need to order some horse manure. But the object today is to go down this edge and that edge, so the cars are not getting scratched. So this is going to be fun. It's a job that I don't want to do. Job what everybody should be doing. But anyway, here we go. I'll show you what it looks like when we're finished. Well guys, as you can see, now you can actually drive down the road on both sides without getting your car scratched. I need to come down and do a little bit more pruning here, where some of these thicker brambles are. But yeah, the road is now clear. So I'll come up here with, like I say, my pruning shears, and we just whack the tougher ones back and we cracked it. But yeah, it's been emotional that today. Got it all done though. Now we've got the front of the allotments on the other side, and that's it, done. But every couple of days we pop back and we do some more. And like I say, this has all been, you see all them brambles before, well they're all gone now, aren't they? Jobs are good. And so what I'm doing here now, I've got these pruning shears and I'm just pruning back some of this which I couldn't hit with the strimmer. But yeah, we're just working along the edge, cutting it back as best we can, and then the jobs are good, and that's hopefully it won't come back for another 3 months, and I'll get a break from it. But yeah, like I say, we're just cutting some of this foliage back. Once I've done it, it should be okay for a while. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with these. Could have picked better ones, but hey ho, use what I can find first, I suppose. Yeah, I've been, like I say, whacked all this lot back this morning. Just getting stuck into these overhanging things now. Anyway, further ado, let's crack on. So I've cut some of them branches on the tree there so they don't hit the vans when they're coming round. All them branches are from that tree there, but we've gone right the way along, cutting everything back, so yeah, to be able to drive around here now without hitting every blood, scratching your car. Jobs are good. So I've got my team of helpers. There's Mike. John's gone over to the orchard. I've got my strimmer, and what we're going to do today, Lee's going down the centre, cutting the grass all the way around, and I'm going up this way. I'm going to clear all the edges right the way to the top, and then that'll be it. We should have a nice tidy allotments again until the next time. But I need to whack all this back here because it's really hard, too high really, and we can't get the lawnmower down here, so that's the reason why I'm going to knock it back. Then he can come down again in a few weeks time, or I can, and it'll be a lot easier to cut. So this is what it looks like around here now. Hopefully it'll look really nice when we're finished. Look that end up there, all them bloody weeds coming out the edges, unbelievable. We'll tidy it up. Well guys, you probably can see we've done up there. This is the front road, so it's like a dog leg up there. So we've done up there, come all the way down here, and gone all the way up the allotments today, trimming back probably the worst bunch of weeds you've ever seen in your life. Anyway, that's the allotment now completely grass cut all the way around, and anyone with weeds or anything sticking out of the front of the plots more than 6 inches will get a letter now, and that's the way it works. These are them well-being plots. There's the first. Billy's got this plot here, and Carl's got the one over there. So I've got a few plants to bring over for her later. But as you can see, we cut everything really hard all the way back, all the way along. So anything sticking out now needs to be cut back. Otherwise they'll get a letter, because there should be nothing sticking out. Now, I've spent probably about 5 days doing this on my own. I did get help today off John. He did the orchard, and Mike helped do the secondary trimming over the lawnmower. That was quite easy to do, since we've cut all the worst of it back. The only thing what's sticking out at the moment is this sunflower. I thought, what the hell, let's leave it there. It may surprise a few people. But yeah, all the way up there we've done, so the jobs are good, and it did look a mess. Now it doesn't. So you might have seen a couple of my mates there. Well, we saw one of them. He just went over the top what I'd already trimmed, and that it was Mike, and John was in the orchard and he's trimmed around the orchard. But yeah, it's took forever to go all the way around the allotments and get it all sorted. But it's done now. So the next job I wanted to do was to deal with the rats. So I've got here, let me show you. This is the problem we got. I'm sat here quietly. I'm watching up there where that flag is in the fence, and yeah, what I'm watching for is where the rats are running. Now, I do know they're there. And just seen them run across the path about 2 minutes ago, where that bird's just landed. And yeah, I'm going to have to put a trap up there, like one of these rat traps. Yeah, the crows have probably just spooked them, but yeah, there, see that one run across then? There you go. So let's go up here and see where we can see where the runs are. There's another one there. You can see another one poking out the fence. See it there? So we have got quite a lot of rats up there. So need to know where they're coming out of. I know they're going into chunks and they're coming out of David's. So this is Dave's plot here, where the flag is. Poster. And where they're going is in here. So somewhere here is where they're held up. Now, to be quite honest with you, I can't see what they're doing. Oh, look at that cheeky bugger there looking at me. Right in the centre of the picture. You cheeky bugger. Okay. Know where you are, matey. So they're underneath that shed. They've got to be underneath that shed there. So, can't believe that one was looking at me then. Staring me right in the face. It's gone back underneath there. But yeah, this is there. So what I'm going to have to do is stick a bait trap here and a bait trap probably, well, that compost bin there, you would have thought they'd be in that. That's where they are. They're in this compost bin here. So I'll put a bait trap there and I put a bait trap along the fence. Unbelievable. Yeah, that cheeky little bugger was watching me then. It's alright, we'll be back. So what I've done is I've put 20 traps around the allotments. You've seen the rats there, bold as brass. What's happened is they've been working at one side of the allotments, and all the rats have all come onto the allotments, and yeah, that's something we needed to take care of. So I've put traps everywhere. So it'll be stinking like hell around here come next week. So anyway, moving swiftly on from that, I've been working in my back greenhouse. We took all the canes and tomatoes out. You're going to see me taking them out. All the compost we threw onto a bed which we're going to be working on shortly. You will see that in this episode. We're going to be building a bench, and then we're going to be putting all the Christmas potatoes and everything else in there. So let me show you what we've been doing. So today we're going to be taking all these tomatoes out of this greenhouse. I've got a plastic bag here. Any tomatoes which are left, like these ones down here, we're just gonna, well, that's great, bloody broke already, but yeah, we're gonna collect them, find something to collect them in. So that one's knackered, but I can use that. So basically what I'm doing, collecting all the even the green ones, because we can actually ripen them and take all the labels. I'll use the labels again next year. This Velcro, I'll keep the Velcro, I'll get that and sterilise it, and any tomatoes, this one, what's wrong with that one? Nothing. But yeah, just getting the Velcro, and then what it is, got some scissors up here, cut them right back, right, and then we get them in the bag. So I got this bag here and put them all in the bag, and that's what we're doing. So I'm not going to bore you to death. I'm just, like I say, just picking the last of the tomatoes out. So you don't even need the scissors. What we'll do, we'll get all the tomatoes out, and then we'll lift take all the canes out, and then we'll tip all this soil here onto the beds outside. So I'm not going to bore you to death. I'm going to just get on with this and get it all done. I say keep the labels, very important. We can use them next year. It's very tight in there, so what I'm going to do is just leave the camera out here, and then we'll get in and we'll take all these canes out and get them stacked. Look who's get interesting. Anyway, I'm just going to cut the cable ties, collect all the... What are you doing, you? Should be in that bag in a minute. Bloody chickens down there squawking. They don't give you a minute's rest, none of them. Yeah, she's got a mischievous head on that one. But what I'm going to do, get distracted now with the chickens and Buttercup, but we're going to take all the tops off these, get all these canes out of here, and then we can start getting the buckets, these plant pots, and get them all out of here, and get them onto the bed where we're going to put all the brassicas. So this is easy enough. How it used to be. Bloody hell. We may have to do this outside, it's a bit tight in there. So we're going to put this table together and then we're going to use it to put the seedlings on. Buglugs is keeping out the way, which is great news. So I'll come back in a minute. I'm just finishing off in the... I'm just finishing off in here, and then we'll be right back. So as you can see, we cleared all the tomatoes out of here now and all the containers. What I'm going to do, I'm going to build this, put this back together, this table, and we're going to put it in there and put some of the stuff which is in the front greenhouse into here, and bring the potatoes, the winter, the Christmas potatoes in here as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this table into the back greenhouse. Now you see these two pieces of wood I'm going to lime on the floor. Obviously one's a bit bigger than the other, so I'm going to have to sink them in the ground a bit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to put the legs are going to balance on. It's just a piece of scrap wood really. Buttercup on standby, so if out goes wrong, I'm sure she'll be in there. But yeah, what we're going to do, got to get it through that gap there. So this is the fun bit. So we'll put this in the back. We'll see where the legs come in a minute. Right, so we can start putting stuff on these. I'm going to bring my Christmas potatoes and just shove them underneath here for now. We will move them when we have to. So this is the back greenhouse now. We got this bench in which we've just made. It was there for about last 3 years, never used. So I'll just put it together. I'll put the Christmas potatoes underneath, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to bubble wrap around them. This might be a good idea. I don't care they grow through the table, because there won't be much left on the table in a couple of months' time. What you see here, there's some lettuce what we need to prick out. We've just done the beans. Spring onions and chives, I need to pop them on as well. The rosemary's down there. I'm going to snip the tops off and turn them into bushes. I need to cover them up. These are my Styron and my Stuttgarter. In that bucket down there are the Red Baron. These are my peppers. Got quite a lot of peppers coming on here, and got Joe Long here. And more peppers at the back. In the other greenhouse, it's they're about twice the size of that. But these was the last ones to put in. There's a few tomatoes in there from all these what we've taken out. So this is, oh, these are going out now. These look really bad. But they might, something might happen. I might get them to, if I can get these centre leaves to grow, they should be okay. I might put these out later. But yeah, that's it. Bag of weed there. I'm going to be picking all the dahlias now, taking all the dead-ending the dahlias. Collect all the leaves, the petals that have fallen there. Do a little bit of a tidy up. Then we'll get on with the cabbages, which are in that blue frame over there. Celery's doing alright here as well. It's doing really well. Right, anyway, enough of the waffling, more of the working. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you in a bit, folks. So that back greenhouse now is complete, and the chilies and peppers are doing well. Everything's doing well in that greenhouse, and the next job I needed to do really was to weed a bed that I'm going to be putting the brassicas in. So I started doing that early in the week. Buttercup gave me an hand. We threw some buckets of potato compost onto that bed. So I'll quickly show you that. Then what we're going to do, we're going to move on from there. Well guys, I'm going to do a bit of weeding in this bed. Clearly Buttercup's joined us, and what I'm doing, I'm just going to take all the weeds out, throw these into the chickens, and get all the roots out, because it's been raining, so it's dead easy to do this. So what I'm doing, I'm picking most of the weeds. I've got some buckets of compost over there I'm going to chuck into this bed as well. But all this here, what you see, what I'm lifting up now, I'm just going to, so you're getting the roots and everything here, with it being so wet, the soil, it's been raining, so it's dead easy to lift all this. So I say I'm picking them all out. I'm going to give them all to the chickens. Give us a bit of a hoeing, and yeah, we're going to stick some calibers and cauliflower and cabbage and stuff like that into the bed. Well guys, we've tidied up the bed. I've got some buckets of compost there I'm going to chuck in here. We have got more compost in the back greenhouse, but I need to take all my canes down and everything, and then we can tip all the compost what had the tomatoes in the back greenhouse into here as well. But I'm just going to give it a little bit of a raking, and I'll give it a bit of a hoeing, and then we'll throw the compost down, and we'll be good to go. I'll have to throw them away, all my Brussels sprouts bloody hammered by them caterpillars, and they seem to be coming back slightly. I don't know, might be able to do something with them, but you'd be doubtful. But anyway, we're going to get on with this here, so let's have at it. Right, so as you see, everything's looking a-okay there. I will be throwing a bit more compost onto here shortly, but yeah, in that bed over there are all the brassicas in that cage, so we'll be putting them into this bed tomorrow if it's not raining. However, before we do that, I'm going to have to take all the tomatoes out the back greenhouse and throw all the compost what's in there onto this bed. That way we'll kill two birds with one stone. Need a bit more compost just there, but like I said, there's enough compost. I mean, it's perfect. It's got all the lime in it now, everything's in it, it's all been treated. Load of chicken manure spread in here as well. So you got the lime, you got the compost. All you need is now the cabbages, and like I said, they're just over there. But anyway, we'll come back to this. I say this is a work in progress. So as you see, that's what we did. That was we did that last week. This week we've come back to that bed, and the buckets that we had in the greenhouse, we've thrown that compost, so you're going to see me doing that. Then I had an epiphany, and I decided to get some scaffolding boards. So you're going to see me building this this frame, which is going to go around my brassicas. I'm going to show you a few clips, a few shots. I'd love to show you me doing it all, but like I said, we're running short of time. I'm trying to cut this video down. I do know it's going to be nearly an hour long. I was going to do it in 2 parts, but hey ho, we've slapped it all together because I just simply haven't got the time to do it, as you'll see. So let me show you me the next stage in this brassica cage. So as you can see, we've got 10 buckets, which we've or 10 pots we've just taken out the back greenhouse. So I had the spent compost from the tomatoes, and what I'm going to do is just spread it over this side. We've already done 3-4 buckets up that end, and I just want to spread it around, rake it in, and then we can think about putting the brassicas into here. So that's what we're going to do. So get the buckets, just about good. Sipping them in. You want. Got buttercup here. Any of these big roots I'm just going to shake out. I think that was the actual plant that. We got took most of them out. Right, so we got that compost out of the buckets. What? Busy. As you can see, the bed's ready for putting the brassicas in. However, I'm tight. Right, just stop knocking the right, you bugger, stop knocking the camera. Try to hold the camera here, buttercup's underneath it. Right, she's out. But I was thinking of putting some scaffolding boards, some brand new ones in here. I've got a few at the back of me plot, and I'm thinking, do I do it now or do I do it later on in the year? I'll have a think about it, but we will be putting the brassicas in tomorrow if we don't put the scaffolding boards in. So brand new scaffolding boards are just going to sit on the top, and then we build it up more soil, and that's how we build the beds up. But yeah, we got some really good soil there. Anyway, that's it for today, but we will be back tomorrow to put all them cabbages over there in that frame. We'll be going in here. Oh guys, I'm going to put a new scaffolding boards in before I put my cabbages in. I'm just cutting this bad bit out here. Actually pick the worst of the bloody saws out of. So we've got the width, we've got the length there. We don't need to cut any off the length, but we've cut the width down. Now you see what I did here? This is a deliberate mistake for you guys to explain something. When you're measuring something, don't just measure it once, because you could be wrong. Measure it twice. Think about it, and then measure it a third time. Otherwise, you could, if I would have left that would have been a waste of a piece of scaffolding board, and as you all know, scaffolding boards at the moment are like hen's teeth. So yeah, it always makes sense to measure twice, if not the third time. And if you need a square, here's your square. Push the butt up to the wood, and there's a perfect square. That's the perfect right angle. That's 90 degrees. All saws have them. So with that, you don't need a square. All you need is your pen and your tape measure. As I say, always measure twice. Otherwise, you could cut that much off and you can find yourself in the land of hurt. Anyway, we're going to be putting this, building the bed for the brassicas. So I'm going to be going down there tomorrow, but you're going to see this straight away. So I'll see you down at the back of the plot with the scaffolding boards, my drill. I'm going to be using some long screws, and the way this is going to sit, let me just put this saw away so we don't cut his hands. So the way these boards go, they go like that, and then the screw goes in through here. So I'll be using 90mm screws. I'm not using nails, I'm using screws. If you use nails, what happens is when the wood warps, it pushes it starts to pull the nails out. So if you're using screws, what happens is that screw with the thread locks it in, so it can't come out. So you should, when you're using these sort of things, use screws. Don't use nails. When you can, use a screw. Nails are all right for certain things, but when you try to put something up to another, nails are no good. You need to use, as I just said, screws. But if you don't want to make a mistake, measure twice. They're the screws I'm using. I think they're about 90mm. Got a couple of screwy guns here. This one's okay for certain jobs. That one's, I think, would be better. We'll soon find out. Alright, I'm quite surprised actually. Oh God, what you want? You always come when I'm doing something that's dangerous. What, right? Your specifications, young lady? Yeah? Okay. Right. The other on this side done, and go and do the other end. Oh God! Every time I get up. It's not hard, it's just awkward. How many have we got there? 3, 6. The other end's twisted. As you can see, it's twisted up there, but these screws will pull it in. Right. Well guys, as you can see, can't do video, stop it. Got Buttercup here, driving me nuts. What? Hey, am I ignoring you? Is that what it is? Is that what's up with you? I'm ignoring you. Well, you're gonna have to hang on a bit, sweetie, right? You can, bloody fur and everything flying everywhere there. Well, anyway, I can't get anything done. She's sat on the kneeling mat, but as you can see, we've got the boards in now. I'm going to put a couple of stakes in and put a couple of screws just to hold the boards in place. Now you can imagine this is what it's going to be like, and on the other side is going to be the same sort of bed. And what we're going to do, we're going to throw wood chip down. You can't really see, but if you look at the other end how it drops down, that's how high we've already come up. So we're already 12 inches higher than what the plot used to be from the very start. So we just keep adding and adding and adding, and the soil just gets better and better. Right, now then, put a screw in. One in the bottom, just to hold them into place. There's some really nasty screws on the other side, so what I'm doing, just nipping them off, they're a bit too long. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're putting 6 in. I wasn't going to bother, but I thought about it and I don't want them to move, so it is what it is. So I'm just going to continue banging these in and screwing them in, and then we can get on with the planting of the brassicas. Right, I'm not going to bore you to death doing the rest of it, but you get the picture. Well guys, here's my raised bed. I've got the new scaffolding boards in. I've got my marker up there. I'm going to be putting my brassicas in shortly. I've been busy today. I was going to put the brassicas in, but then again I got stopped to do a pumpkin competition. Not pumpkin, a sunflower competition. Bloody hell. You can tell I'm tired. I've been doing that, climbing up bloody ladders with tape measures, measuring everything. But yeah, we'll come back to this tomorrow morning and we'll get all the brassicas in. We'll get this covers over them, and yeah, we can get on with something else. But this bed will be, what I will be doing is putting more compost into it and building this up even higher. So it's going to be the original floor of this plot was about 14-15 inches lower than what it is now. So this is how much soil we've actually put into it. So anyway, we'll get the brassicas in tomorrow. You're going to see me doing it right now though when we come back. So what I've been doing today, using my screwy gun, I've been putting screws every 12 inches along these boards. And the idea is this debris netting, you just hook it on and just hooks on and keeps it all nice and tight and stops the butterflies from getting in. So that's what we've been doing. So I've done that. The next job is getting underneath there, getting on them boards and start putting all the brassicas in. So I'm going to put this lot away and then we'll come back and get stuck into this. So we got it all sorted. We put little screws all the way around the edges to clip the netting on. I will be doing a better job with that netting. I just need I need 3 13-foot lengths of timber, and I'm going to build a proper frame for it. The rest of the wood's easy to get. It's just the length I'm trying to get. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is show me putting my brassicas in. I've got these collars that my mate George gave me. We didn't have enough to do them all, but we had enough to do half of them. So let me show you me putting my brassicas in. You're going to see Buttercup try to help out after a fashion, but we finally get the brassicas in. It's been coming for a long time, but let me show you what we've done now. So here's Buttercup stopping play again. She's on my kneeling pad, she's sat on my gloves. I've got these brassicas I'm putting in today. I have got more in the greenhouse. I can see a slug there on that side of that bloody tray. I'll get that in a second. But yeah, we'll cart her in a minute and then we'll have at it. I'll show you me doing a couple of rows of these brassicas. We've got lime here. However, we piled in the lime in this bed, and it was some bloodfish and bone. We've hauled it all in. It's been setting here for the last couple of weeks. We did a weeding again. We took all the weeds out. However, it looks like I've missed one there, but we'll get that when we're going down. I've got these boards here. This is my markers, so we're going to put 5 in a row. That's just to spread my weight over the soil. And we'll get them brassicas in there, plus some others what we've got in the other greenhouse. But yeah, I'm going to leave Buttercup there for the moment, and I'm going to run off and have a cup of coffee, and we'll come back and I'll show you me doing some of this. So we'll be right back, folks. Unbelievable, isn't she? Well guys, you probably can see these are my pointy head cabbage, my greyhound. What I'm going to be planting here. I've got these somewhere, these collars what a mate of mine's just given me. It's the dull side down, shiny side up. Apparently it stops all the slugs and everything from attacking the cabbage, so I believe. I thought we'd go with it since I've been given them. So I've got my lime, I've got my brassicas, Buttercup, is just out of sight there. So I'm going to climb in there now. I'm going to show you doing the first row. Like I say, we're doing 5 a row, probably about 12 inches apart, more than enough. And I'll put one of these collars round it when I put the lime on. So at the moment, it's all systems go. Might as well, I think before we start, we'll do a few of these. Yeah, they just wrap round the base of the actual cabbage, collie, brassica, well, any brassica in it really, any type of brassica. So I was told they're not exactly cheap these, so yeah, thanks George for that. I started to do this about an hour ago, and I've been called away 3 times so far, so I told them all, sod off and let me get on with this, otherwise I won't be helping again this week. So hopefully we'll be able to get these all done. So what I'm going to do, quickly show you me doing my first row. I've got these boards what I'm kneeling on there to just spread my weight across. So basically, digging down, bit of lime. I should really have put my gloves on, but I can't be mithered because I'm on a rush to get them in. And good firming down, and then put the collar round, and apparently that's supposed, I'll take that dead leaf off there. I'll be taking all the leaves which are a bit crappy off, but you get the picture. Yeah, pointy head cabbage, greyhound, so that's what they are. We've got others. There's already a load of lime in this, so it's not, you know, I don't really need to put lime in, but I am going to. The reason why there's lime in there is because I did have a touch of clubroot last year in this particular bed, so preempted it this year. Good firming in, that's what you need. Get your collar around it. There we go, there's number 3. Like I said, I'll do 2 more and then I'll come back when we get closer to the other end. There's a collar. I haven't got enough to put collars around them all, but I can see these are better than the ones what haven't got the collars on, so a bit of an experiment going on here as well. So all I've got to do now is move the tray along, which is here. Move this over. Notice how this is just sits inside this this frame, That's what this is designed for, this particular board. I think I've mixed some of these up, unfortunately, so we might be getting a pointy head cabbage coming up with a Mozart roundhead cabbage. So I've got Mozart roundhead cabbages here, and I've also got pointy head cabbages. Anyway, like I say, I'm not going to bore you to death. Stick these collars on, and we'll have at it. So I'll be right back. It's time, guys, to give them. So it's time to give these a watering, and then forget about them for a while. So I'm going to cover them now before the butterflies get anywhere near them, and then I'll give you a quick look of what's happening when we've got them all covered up. So brassicas are in, been limed, been watered, and not before time too. Bloody butterflies there. We've got them in. I've got some some collies, not collies, some Savoy cabbage. I'm going to be tidying this bed up here. The collies have took a bit of a dive in there, so what we're going to do is replace them. But yeah, that's all the greyhound cone cabbage, the Mozart roundhead cabbage, and the broccoli. I forget what the name of it is, but yeah, we've got a few of them are mixed up there, so you might see a pointy head cabbage coming up the side of a roundhead cabbage. Not it matters, but I'm just going to put all my stuff away now, tidy everything up, and contemplate on the next job I've got to do. So there you go, all the brassicas are in. The reason why we left them there for such a long time and not planted them is because I wanted the roots to get pot bound. I may have mentioned in the video, we had a bit of club root in there, and the trick is you let the roots get really well established in the pots before you plant them, and put a bit of lime down. Even though there's lime in the bed, we brought the pH up to 7.5, which is an alkali, which all brassicas love. If you want to grow spuds, you bring it down to more of a acidic 5.5. But that bed did have a bit of club root in it, so what we did, we waited and waited until the pots, the cabbages got a bit pot bound. If you put small cabbages into a bed what's got club root, what tends to happen is the club root attacks the roots before they got established. So we've let them get a little bit, letting them grow a bit in the pots and getting pot bound. The roots are more established, so they can sustain the attack from the club root, and then you get a decent harvest at the end of it. Anyway, that's it. That's what we've been doing this week. I'm going to try and get the video up a bit later. Like I say, we was going to do a two-parter. I really should have done, but simply haven't got the time. I mean, I'm doing sunflower bloody competitions here, measuring the heights. I got stopped so many times doing them videos. I couldn't tell you how many times I was stopped. Yeah, next episode, hopefully we'll be taking the sweet corn out, and we'll be do another one of them raised beds. So anyway, that's it for now. So from me and Buttercup, thanks for watching, stay safe, and goodbye for now. I think that's a wrap, babes. Yeah, to you, yeah, my pussycat, yeah.